What is good, YouTube? I just wanted to take a break and just tell y'all we're going to talk about the award. I did do predictions with the What to Expect series, telling why I feel like this person should win this award, this person should win that award, etc. So I'm going to make this a little quick while the playoffs are still going on. Obviously, the game is on right now. And the last award that I really wanted to see was the All NBA first team, second team, and third team. Um, Obviously, Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, and Jason Tatum is the headliners because they made it to the first team. Not surprised about Giannis. He averaged 30 and 10 plus and then shot 50%. Dominant season for him. Helped the Bucks make it to the playoff after an ugly start. Shea Gilgeous was that last year, just like Giannis and some of these other guys. They've been perennial on this list for multiple years in a row. Shea MVP. I'm just going to spoil that. I wasn't really surprised that Shea ended up getting the MVP. I actually voted for him to be MVP before the season started, for people that don't know. So when he won it, I wasn't really surprised this year, even though it's fun to be right on some of those things too. Jokic, obviously a triple-double, dominant performance, great season, really show why he's a super max player in this league. Unfortunately, won't be a champion this year, and he feels like his team doesn't have enough, but they played with what they had. They grinded the best way they could, and it just wasn't enough. And then Donovan Mitchell, one of the best guards in the league. Some guy just was injured. Some guy just couldn't produce at the level that Donovan Mitchell was able to do this season for the Cavaliers. And his team was the number one team in the West and one of the only three teams to be a 60-win team this season, with the Cavaliers being one of them. And then Jason Tatum, unfortunately, he has the Achilles injury, but this was pre-Achilles. He was lighting up the league and dominating the game and just really going out there having a lot of fun. Obviously, they're going to be some impressive things because of that. But I think that has been a fun ride as a Celtics fan and seeing what they do. The second team, Jalen Brunson, obviously he was a clutch player of the year. I didn't see him winning it this year. I thought it would be Anthony Edwards because he was just going to be in a tougher position without Towns. He was still one of the clutch players, just not as clutch as Brunson. I think it was well deserved that Brunson won that award, but he was all NBA second team. Steph Curry, Wardell second, Stephen Curry the second. Great. He's still showing you that he has some talent, needed some more help. They got him the help. They looked at great until he was injured. But other than that, a great regular season, still showing you that he's one of the best players in the world. Anthony Edwards taking that step up, being second team, showing you that he can average more points, he can take over games, he can dominate, and he just has more confidence and belief in himself, as he should, because he put the work in to be one of the better players in the league. And this second team award is validation of that. Los Angeles Lakers had LeBron Ramon James at 40. He has became this award. What season has he really not been all NBA throughout his career? It's not that many, and he collects another one. And just had a great regular season, taking care of his body, being prepared, dominating as much as he could, and helping the Lakers make it to the playoffs again, although they lost in the first round. And then Evan Mobley has become one of the best players in the world quickly. 1 minute he's all rookie, people thinking that he's really good and really great, doesn't win rookie of the year, bounces back, and has one of the best third seasons in his career and in the world, becoming defensive player of the year also, while also showing that he can hit the shots from the perimeter like we thought he could at a decent clip. He can finish in the paint. He has this ball handling skills, has the rotation ability to help defense ability, the communication ability, and he has that length that is just really tough to prepare for. Abnormal type of guy that you have to go against, but he brings it and has switchability too, and that all helped him become an All-NBA second team player. And then I would have to say All-NBA third team, one of my favorite players in the league and one of my first favorite players of this decade, Cade Cunningham, leading the Detroit Pistons as the only star on the team to a playoff berth in the top 6 of the Eastern Conference, which he wanted to be by the end of the year, and it ended up happening. Had some blown calls against the Knicks, but they ended up losing the series anyway. But still a great season from him. I see him improving and getting even better because he loves the game and he understands it's another level that he can get to, especially when it comes to efficiency and making his decision making a little bit better and making better reads is something that he's going to have to evolve into if he wants to take the Pistons to a championship level. But it starts with him too because he's the best player on the team. Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, people thought he had an off season. Wasn't as great as the season last year to most people because of the start that he had to the season, but he ended up finishing it real well, helping the Pacers get to the playoffs again, helping them get to the conference finals. He made some big shots and some big plays that was much needed to get them to that point, and it ended up being reality for him this year. And then the Clippers didn't really expect too much out of James Harden, but James Harden, one of the biggest things about his career, he has never missed the playoffs, and that continued this year, even though they didn't have Kawhi Leonard for majority of it. He stepped up with his playmaking and his scoring, showing you they got a lot left in the tank. And now we have to see what he's going to do next year as he gets a little bit older. Towns, we know he's an all NBA player. He always in that conversation when he's healthy, and this was another healthy year for him. We know he is a 20 and 10 threat. We know he can shoot the three, shoot the free throw, get to the paint, finish, post up a little bit every once in a while. And his jump shot is very well done. And it's funny that him and Brunson are both all NBA players. But it's another thing that we have to look at, as this team does have potential to do some real things this year if they can get past the Pacers. As I'm recording this video, they haven't. And Thunder, Jalen Williams, he was an all-star for the first time this year, but the best award he got obviously is the all NBA third team, which is this award that I'm talking about now. I never seen him being this good of a player, but it just shows you that work ethic rules all. And it was just great to see him make his dreams and his reality come true by being one of the best players in the league. And he was an all defensive player, which I have to get to now because that has been something that has been hard for guards to really do, is play great defense, and he was able to be one of those. But let's talk about his teammate, Luguentz Dort. A lot of people was like, man, he's so great. Why hasn't he made a team yet? Now he has made a team because he was all NBA first team for defensive. Dyson Daniels was always known as a guy that was a klepto type of guy. He loves to play through the passing lanes. He loved to be active with his hands, and it ended up paying off for him this year. And he was actually the most improved player. I don't think none of us would have guessed that Dyson Daniels would have won that award coming into this season, but he did. He upped his scoring. He upped his ability to do multiple things on the court, and defense was his calling card, and that was a big reason why he brought some good hardware home tonight. Obviously, you also have Draymond Green, who is a great player too, still showing you that he's one of the best defensive players in the league easily. And I also like what he has done as a leader. I know he still do some corrupted, crazy things on the court, but he still is one of the best defensive players in the league individually, and help defender and rotation defender too. And Evan Mobley, like I said, that body, he used it to the fullest on the defensive end, became the defensive player of the year. The guy is a monster on that side of the court, and he has the ability to get even better, which is the scary part. And then Amen Thompson, just using his speed, his quick, his athleticism to hit the ball out of nowhere, to get it out of nowhere, and also stay in front of you, make it tough for you to blow past him or get any advantage on him. I think that he has been a guy that we knew had the ability in the body to get it done. Now we see the benefits of putting it all together. Second team, Tamani Kamara. He's a great player. I love his ability to use his stoutness and his IQ to stay in front of guys and make things tough and difficult, and also just being in the right areas at the right time and just using that to get steals. Rudy Gobert, a lot of people have been sour on him from the last couple of years, but he doesn't care what people think. He tunes it out. He's in another conference finals. He's still showing you he's one of the best defensive bigs in this league, and he also is one of the better rebounders, as he proved again this year. And he's also still one of the better rim protectors, even though he is getting older. Jaren Jackson showing you that I should be first team, but Mobley and them got a step ahead of me. Maybe I got to put more work in to get back to where I belong. He was a defensive player of the year guy before, but he has got passed up, but he's still showing you he's one of the best. And if you go against him, he's going to give it to you. And he's also a guy that still fouls a little bit too much. I think that hurted him this year, but he's still showing you that he's still committed to that end of the court and still one of the better players in general in this league. And then Jalen Williams, this guy can strip you. He can play in the passing lanes, and he also showed that he can stay in front of you and make things difficult as much as he can. And that's all you want him to do is compete on that end of the court. And then the guy nobody's seen making this list, in all honesty, was Zubac. We knew he was a big body. We knew he was strong. We knew he had size. We knew he had decent feet, but we never thought he'd put it together and be one of the best defenders in this league. And he ended up doing that. When they got rid of him, the Lakers did. They were just looking at him, he's just another big, he's just another center. But he proved that he was more than that, not only to them, but to everybody. And then the rookies. This was one of my favorite things of keeping track of. Thank y'all for following it. Thank y'all for enjoying my rookie analysis. But Stephon Castle, who I had winning the rookie of the year, actually was rookie of the year this year, which was really good to see. But he also was all rookie first team, which come with the territory. Zach Edey, just a big body. We knew he was NBA ready just based off his body and his ability to be patient in the post. And he's just bigger than most people and stronger than most people. So the rebounds was going to be there. You just hope he can continue to be a starter or just a legitimate backup big wherever he goes. He has the ability to do that as long as he stay healthy. Zachary Ricochet, some people liked it, what he was able to do. We knew he was a little bit raw offensively, but he showed that he can still be a double-figure scorer in this league and probably a better three-point shooter and a better finisher. But he showed that he still can be a starter in this league, and that's why they picked him number one. He was able to back that up a little bit. And Alex Sarr is the same. He can defend. He needs to work on his rebounding. He needs to work on his mid-range. He needs to work on his threes. And he showed the ability to do those things throughout this year. And he is a guy that still has a lot of upside and potential, just like Jalen Wells, who has shown that he can be a two-way player and a good 3-and-D guy in this league. As long as you have a role, you have ability to stay in this league if you can continue to do it at a high level. And Jalen Wells was a starter as a rookie, just like majority of these guys. And he was a good player to add to the Memphis Grizzlies team, just like Zach Edey. Second team, Matas showed a lot of potential. Lanky, long body with the ability to dunk and get to the paint. Also has some perimeter things that he can do too from the three, and ability to hit a mid-range every once in a while. And he's a great transition player, can be better at those things in the future. But the Bulls got a good glimpse of that this year. Bub Carrington was really good scoring the ball. You just want him to be more efficient. You want him to be better with his jump shooting. He understands that, but he looks more like a guy that's going to play a role on the team to be a big part of it. Donovan Clingan, he's going to be special. He can protect the rim. He can rebound. He can space the floor from time to time. And he's just a big, strong body that can't teach height, can't teach strength. It just comes with you or you don't have it. And he has it. And Emisi, one of my favorite rookies, good rebounder, good finisher, a decent shot blocker. And same with Khalil Ware. He can run to the rim and make a dunk. He can be in the dunker spot. He can make a three. He can set screens. He can do dribble handoffs. You can say the same thing about Emisi, and those guys understand that if you ain't getting the shot that you want, try to find a way to play within the flow of the offense. And if they find you, they find you. If you don't, continue to contribute on the defensive end and rebound the basketball as best as you can. And that's something we've seen from those three bigs, including Zach Edey. And like I said, I'm proud of Stephon Castle for being rookie of the year. He was a guy that a lot of people hyped up and a lot of people felt like he'd be good. And he was able to take home the award by being able to score 10 to 15 to 20 points any given night. I know he wasn't the most efficient player. I know he didn't shoot the three ball that great, but it's just his first year, and he shows that he could be a big part of another team or a big part of what the Spurs do. I did like what Shea did as an MVP. Like I said, I did predict him to be able to win it, and I think he did a good job of bringing it home, averaging another 30 points for the third straight season, being the third MVP in OKC history, and just helping this team get to the level that they're at by doing his part each and every game. And if he doesn't do it, it is a rare occasion because he's just that great at being what he is. And that's a great scorer, a solid defender, decent passer and rebounder, and just a guy that just feels that nobody can stop him from doing what he wants to do each and every night on the court, even on the defensive end. And that's why he's the MVP this year, because he also led the Thunder to the best record in the NBA. And now we're going to see if he can get the biggest award, which is the Finals MVP, to be continued on that. Evan Mobley, like I said, brought his game to a reality to this year with the Defensive Player of the Year. just very impressive for him to be able to figure this stuff out and really want to be great defensively. Most guys don't. And he was able to do that this year at a very, very young age. And all I can say is I'm proud of him. I'm glad that he was able to contribute to the team in multiple ways and not just be a one-way player. He refused to be, and he took the job serious and got it done. Other than that, some different awards that's fun. Celtics ended up seeing Drew Holiday take a home 2 complimentary awards, one being the social justice champion. He always took his family and the world serious. So it's good to see him pick up another tough award to win. But he has been genuine. He has been real about his thoughts and what he thinks and how things should go and how things should be. So it's just an honor to see a Celtic take a award like that. Obviously, he ended up taking another one, which was the Sportsmanship Award. We know he's a winner. We know he's a champion. We know he's a competitor defensively, but he doesn't do it the wrong way. He always does it the right way. And he also does it on both ends of the court. So who better to win it than a guy that has done it at every level, even during the summer for the Olympics and for FIBA. This guy has added so many things to his resume, and it's good to see him add more to it and get appreciation for it. Kenny Atkinson, Coach of the Year, when you have a season where nobody knows what to expect besides that your team should make the playoffs, that's what he was given. But this team became one of the most surprising teams in the league, one of the toughest teams to beat in the league. And even though they faltered in the playoffs and they showed that they got more work to do when it comes to that, they still took care of the regular season just as good as anybody else. And like I said, there was only 1 or 3 teams that win 60 games this year, which is something that we never really seen them doing, but it ended up happening. Shout out to Sam Presti. He's been grinding with Oklahoma City Thunder his entire career. Basically started when he was in his 20s, was able to draft KD, Russ, Harden, Serge, Reggie Jackson, and just to name a few, was able to make trades for like Enes Kanter, Kendrick Perkins. He was also able to trade for Paul George, which was huge because nobody seen that coming, but ended up happening. He was also a guy that traded for Shea, that put them in a current situation, drafted Chet Holmgren, drafted Jalen Williams, drafted a lot of guys that's on the bench like Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Jay Will, and also other guys too. Made the trade for Caruso and Hardenstein, who also has been helping them out in this deep playoff run that they're in right now as the recording of this video. And it's just a great thing to see Presti get appreciated and love for being consistent and continue to try to put the team in the best situation possible to be able to win and trying to make sure they have enough to win the championship. And that's the moves he made this year, and it's paying off right now because they had the #1 seed in the NBA home court throughout the entire NBA, and they're up 2-0 right now in the conference finals with a chance to be the best team in the league after they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Other than that, I would say Evan Mobley was really good, but Peyton Pritchard winning the 6th man of the year was really good. Seeing him score double figures, seeing him come in and shoot those threes, play solid defense, get to the paint, get to the free throw line, be a big part of what we did. We needed an offensive boost. We needed somebody that can come in and make a difference. And Peyton Pritchard did that basically every single game, and he deserved this award. I didn't see him winning it because we are top heavy, and his role is hard to do because of that. But he was just ready every single. If somebody was missing, he was always that guy that came in and brought flair, that came in and brought fire. And then they was playing with fire because they just think he's going to be giving the ball up. And he was known for a guy that took that ability and the opportunity serious because he was getting buckets on everybody this year. And it was really fun to see. And then I would say Hustle Player of the Year, it ended up going to Draymond Green. So that's one thing I thought Josh Hart will win, and I don't regret picking them because he actually was great. But Draymond Green does everything too. He just does it better defensively than anybody else. But the rebounds, the passing, the diving, the fighting, and all those type of things made him the Hustle Player of the Year in their opinion. And he deserves the award because he's always one of the players that tries to do as much as he can to help a team win. And then the Twyman Stokes Award for Teammate of the Year, Steph Curry. He's always been a great teammate. He's always been one of the greatest players. He helps his players be who they are. He allows them to make decisions. He allows them to get confidence to take shots. He plays off the ball and allow people to play their role. He stays out their way, help them play their role perfectly within the system. That's why they ended up reinventing themselves again, and now they're a threat for the next 2 to 3 years as being a potential championship contender again because of the unselfishness of Stephen Curry, which is very great and has something to really do with his legacy. And I'm not surprised that he was able to win an award like this, because this is what he's been to most of us. And that's how you win championships, is allow your teammates to shine when they deserve it and helping them believe that they can do it. And that's what he ended up doing for majority of this year. And I think that that's all for the awards. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for checking it out whenever y'all could and just getting back to it when y'all can. I'm just making videos for y'all to know what I think and how I feel about certain things. And I thought this was a big important one, seeing all the predictions that I made and seeing how it ended up playing out, and just giving guys their love and their support and their credit for making this a fantastic game that we love and enjoy when it comes to entertainment and competitiveness. The NBA is at the highest level. They're the biggest global sport worldwide in this world. And we see why, because we have so many great players, so many great people contributing to keep this sport happy and great. And it's just amazing to watch and keep in track of and just enjoying on a daily basis. And this is just how I feel about the people that was able to come home with some hardware to prove that we love you. We appreciate you for making the game great and keeping in the game great. And that's all we can ask from the greats and the players that play this game and the people that contribute to it too. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos just like this and various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft coverage too. So if you love those type of things, this is the channel you need to be subscribed to. This is the channel you need to be supporting, like so many people have done. Got over 3,000 plus videos on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy and possibly become a fan or a subscriber if you love that type of stuff. Plus, if you didn't know, I upload basically every single day that I'm living. So you're always going to have something to watch or something to enjoy for the most part. And that should give you a big reason to want to be subscribed and be part of this channel. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed y'all weekday. Obviously, it's Friday, so the weekend is here. Make sure y'all get y'all rest, y'all leisure, and make sure y'all also continue to set goals and find something positive to do, even in your free time, so you don't get in trouble or mess up your grind. Other than that, love y'all, enjoy y'all. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. I could continue to try to make 2025 a better year than 2015. That's the only goal of this channel. So let's have fun reaching it. We have been great these first 5 months of this year. So let's continue it for the rest of the year. Just a 50-50 of why this channel is still around, because you guys enjoy and love hearing what I got to say. And I enjoy making the videos that y'all love watching and seeing. And that's why the channel works, and it has worked for 10 plus years already. So let's continue that as much as we can. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out for whatever the reason is. And all I can say is I love y'all. Peace. And I'm gone for now. Hopefully see y'all later today with more instant analysis on the NBA playoffs. Peace out.